P2G presents Black Girls in Web3 podcast. Hosted by Wanda SUERO, also known as Salty Coffee, Dazzle Daniels, also known as Dazzle G, and myself, Elruby Thomas, known as Miss Ruby, Crypto Queen of Harlem, y'all. Tune in weekly as we strive to educate and elevate our community's financial literacy. We bring you professional and expert speakers, share insights from our personal wealth journeys, and introduce workshops and resources to empower you. Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com at P2G Networks TV for an hour of Black Girl Power, where we're shaping the future of finance in Web3. Peace and see you there. Ow, you know how I love that. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another Friday night here. We're wrapping it up with P2G's Black Girls in Web3. You know how we do it. I am your host, Miss Ruby, here to share with you with my sister D Dazzle in the house. Give them the love, baby.
What's good?
Blessings. So, Daz is laid. She laid. So we have a special guest up on the show tonight. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be powerful. It's going to be electric up in this mug. And for more than one reason. This brother I met at one of Daz's events, and he blew my mind just automatically. And I'll explain some of the other stuff too. But I was like, yo, that's powerful. Straight up, we got a brother named Isaiah Ward up in the house. He is the CEO of Superior Drip, and he means superior. Let's go. Give it to love.
What's happening?
So what's up, Miss Isaiah? What you doing?
I'm actually sitting outside in my truck, just sitting there. I just came from working out. So if you see me sweating, it's not because I got bad hygiene. I just came from working out. So,
Okay. Trying to keep it together.
I'm just chilling.
Keeping that nutrition health thing going, right?
Got to.
That's what's up. So Superior Drip.
Yeah.
Let's do it. What's up? First of all, I love the name.
Thank you.
Let's tell him what it applies to. I can't wait. So this brother's going to talk a little bit about his business. Please give him your ear.
So Superior Drip is the actual company that we have, different products under Superior Drip. That's umbrella. One of our products is Bootie Juice. That is an all-natural premium energy drink. And so that's one of the things we came out with about 1.5 years ago, just trying to change the industry of, the bad name. Because, when you mention energy drink, people are like, I don't drink energy drinks. It gives me the jitters, or it got too much sugar, or what have you. So, going into that, that was the whole reasoning of me and my business partner to start our own, company, but also our first product is energy drink, because for one, I was, I drink Monster. That's one of the energy drinks I used to drink. So, that's one of the competitors, as you see, like the Red Bull, the Monsters, the Celsius, the Rockstar. I used to drink Monster. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Monster, it's pretty good for what I was trying to get out of it. But here's the kicker. Okay. When, you're drinking a 16-ounce can of Monster, right? And then, it has 230 calories, right? You know what I'm saying? It has 230 calories in the can. Bet you didn't know that. 230 calories in the can, right?
No.
And then you got all that taurine, and then you got all that artificial stuff that's not really good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives you the energy, but like, let's say, you're a person that was like me, that I used to drink it because I was thirsty and I wanted the energy. So I would go, look, right? And then like an hour later, I would drink another one, right?
Yes. Oh my God. I thought that was just her.
So
I'm back, and my nephew too.
So listen. So check it out. So like what happened is, after that, like, it started taking the toll. Like, my heart started palpitating and shit. Like, my heart was like starting to like, and it was like, I thought it was just like, all right, my heart skipped a beat. Like, it happens every blue moon, whatever. But then it was like, hold on. It was like every 3 minutes, it was like my heart was like boo boo,
Brother, you was having a
boo boo,
heart, a
like
coronary.
oh, and I was starting to feel uneasy. I was starting to get a little jittery, like so. Again, I'm not
No.
bashing him. I'm just telling you my experience. Like I'm not bashing him or anything, but
Well,
this is what made me go and be like, all right, I want to create my own, you know what I'm saying, own energy drink that's not going to do what it does for me. For one, you know, the first thing is when you drink an energy drink, right? It has a lot of carbonation. It's heavy carbonation. So you can't sit here and just drink an energy drink and drink it like it's water because you're going to burn your throat like you drinking Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Mountain Dew or any kind of hard soda, right? So one of the things that, I wanted to do is I wanted to be different with the competition. I wanted to have a product where as soon as you drink it, there's no heavy carbonation. You can actually drink it and you're not going to be sitting there like, oh, my throat is burning like they just got done drinking a can of hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things. Two, obviously, flavor. Like, we wanted to taste good because, I mean, everybody wants flavor, right? But
can I show
how
you?
can we put flavor in there in regards to putting flavor in there that's going to be um, natural and not
Natural.
artificial? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that was one of the things too. And then also the ingredients that we're putting in. What are some of these companies putting in their ingredients that we're not, and how are we going to change the game? And so that was, one of the things that was strategic because, I work out, I go to the gym. So like there's certain like ingredients and stuff that, you can use outside of an energy drink, right? That will help you. Like for instance, one of my ingredients is green tea. I mean, everybody knows what green tea is, right? So
Yes.
that's natural. That gives you that natural energy. Then you got ginseng. You ladies and gentlemen that ultimately loves to have a good time, right? As you will going out on the night, you have a couple drinks or whatever, and when you want to have a night on the town, then you can drink one of those because it has ginseng. But also, if you're mixing it with your alcohol, hey, it's going to enhance that performance for the night. If you get what I'm saying, if you know, right? So
Uh-huh. Look at
so,
you, bro.
that's one of the things there too. So like that's just some of the things that again we wanted to kind of be different in regards to our product. If you look at our mission statement on our website, is we want to create innovative products, so that way people can appreciate what we're doing, so that way we can continue to grow and be more innovative. So, we want to be great in that aspect of it. And so um when you look at it, even with the name, like Booty Juice, that's a head scratcher. People sitting there saying, like, well, why the name Booty Juice? Well, here's the thing. When you got, 500 million other energy drinks, you know, because Red Bull, Monster, Celsius, those are just not the only energy drinks that you see out here. Like I said, those are the main ones because those are the ones that are more populated, right? But then you got these other ones that are like locally or like they're nationally, but they're not global. You know what I'm saying? They might. So we got to stand above everybody else. So the name Booty Juice, and then of course that's an inside joke with that too, with the Booty Juice. I mean, we all grown here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, think about it. Booty juice. We've all experienced booty juice. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's experienced booty juice. Hey, this is what I say. If you've had foreplay in the past, you know what I'm saying? If you've ever done foreplay in your past, you've had booty juice. That's just what
Ooh.
it is.
Okay, thank you. This is supposed to be a family show. I'm just kidding.
Well, sorry about
It's
that, but I'm just giving you a little insight.
on a Friday. We're gonna do this. That's what I'm talking about. I love this. And I want to just can I share how we met?
Yeah.
All right, y'all know I'm married, so stop acting fool. Anyway, I met Mr. Ward at the 420 event when I went to visit Sister Daniels, our Dazzle girl, and she introduced me to the event, and just happened to be that we were helping out and moving around things, shopping and everything, and I came in on like day 3 exhausted. And I mean, truly, I was like, oh my God. And it was so bad because in the car, I told my husband, I said, we got to stop for excess. I'm not excess. We have to stop for the 5 hour because that was my recipe. I don't, just to give y'all a heads up, I don't drink. I have one product that I use and that was from Amway. And I hadn't had another one. I never used another energy drink ever. I
I used to be with
refused.
Amway.
Child, I'm gonna tell you, I refuse to use any other energy drink. I was so scared. I have high blood pressure, and that's a big thing. When you got high blood pressure, you got to be careful when you
For
drinking
sure.
these because you can make yourself sick in an instant. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a little bit of the 5 hour energy drink. I have a half of one, and the rest I drink water, and I'm good. Or people put it in my water halfway. Well, me and Mr. Thomas got so dang busy, we passed all the stores, and we was in the spot. And I said, Al, I think we got to drive back and go get we got to go get some 5 hour. I really need energy. I need an energy drink. Lo and behold, D was like, yo, here's here is our vendor. She was like, I want you to introduce the vendor. He makes Bootie Juice. I looked at her like, you make what? I said, did you just say Bootie Juice? What is Bootie Juice? She was like, it's an energy drink. I said, wait, what? Now, D and I didn't have this discussion about my energy. I talked to Al that whole day, arguing with the driver. I was like, we got to stop. We got to stop. I kept trying to remind him. And then we just kept going because we had to help get this stuff on time. We get there and it's like, this was meant to be. This brother is extremely generous. He is extremely generous. I was like, well, how much does it cost? Because, I'll try anything and I was questioning you. Remember I went in? I was like, it's have a lot of this. What's the sugar? What's the sugar product? What you using? How much caffeine do you have in it? I really went in. I was trying to make sure I didn't make myself sick.
Of
but
course.
get the results of his energy drink. And I'm all for new vendors. I'll try something new as long as it doesn't have stuff in it that makes me sick. So when this brother gave me this stuff, he poured in a little cup for me, and I was tasting. I was like, first of all, you got flavors. That was one. He was like, try this one right here, and I got some other ones in another one in the car. I was like, let me try this. Next thing I'm sipping this bad boy, and it's smooth. I'm like, that's tasty. Okay, I must have got 2 or 3 sips in it before my system started to wake up. And I mean, like somebody poured energy on me, on the inside of me. And I had to go slow because I was a little, you get a little scared because I was like, I got to be careful. I have high blood pressure. So when I have a bad bout, I can't finish my day. I got to go home. I didn't want to go to the hotel. I wanted to finish. We had fun coming. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be a part of fun. Man, got there that afternoon. I met this gentleman. I think I left. How many packs of this did I leave with? I bought 3, and I think you gave me another 2 cases. I was not kidding. I bought like 2 cases for myself, and you gave me a couple more cases.
Yeah.
Plus, you gave me one from the car that you had a special flavor you didn't put out. I hope you get that one again. I ain't gonna lie. I had some of the pineapple, which was so good. My husband tried it too. He was like, "That's not bad." Okay.
Yeah, the cherry's my favorite.
Oh my God, you gave me that cherry, and I was like, dude.
That cherry be having people go crazy.
I believe you. The flavors on these are crazy because they taste real. You taste real fruit. You don't taste like artificial. I know what a pineapple soda tastes like. I know what a cherry Coca-Cola tastes like. That tastes like cherry flavored, like cherry fruit flavored, like a fruit flavored drink. And I was really impressed with you. I mean, bro, first of all, I had to get over the name because we had a good time talking about Bootie Juice with my family that weekend. They were like, stop referring it to. I said, I'm telling you the name of the product. Look it up. Superior Drip is the perfect name for your company. And I'm looking forward to. Did you ever think you would be in healthcare?
Yeah. I've always, I mean, honestly, I would, because the thing is like I've been outcast my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying just that like in bad sense, but it's just like I've always been just a person that's like that. And I've always been a person that's always had an entrepreneurial spirit. So, it's not my first company, but it's like to really have a company like this. Yes, it's like you know, it's surreal. You know what I mean?
And that's what you just said spoke volumes, and I don't think you realize it. You said this is not my first company. That means to me that you are a true entrepreneur businessman. Most people start one thing and they think that's all they got. There's never anything else. It's like, I'm just trying to keep hitting this rock. He's like, I'm gonna be hitting rocks till they want, till one hit, till one break right. And that's the nature. That's the heart of the entrepreneur. I love this, bro. From day one, that's what's up. That's what's up. One of the questions that I had was about, what did it take to really get this? Because it's in stores. Mr. Ward, you with us? I know sometimes it freezes. Networking. D, you hear, hun? Or is it me?
Yeah, I
That's
can
what's.
hear you.
So, Mr. Ward, I know he'll be back. But how did you connect with Bootie Juice and the Superior Drip? How did that work out?
It's actually interesting. It was a few years ago. This was like 2017, 2018. But before I even was like online, well, this is when I took a break from online. My first, when I retired, when I was off for a year and a half. And so there's a community center here. And so they were starting something new to kind of, because, like when you go back to the history of what Black Friday is, we were doing something different. So there is something called Black Dollar Saturdays, um, to where Isaiah was a vendor. And then so that's how we met. And we just started, your network is your network, networking, and from there.
That's right. And I know you networking like a mug. That's what's up. So I know he's trying to get himself back into the space. This is so powerful, this process, and I'm so glad that you invited him to be a vendor. I hope he comes back to the event, because I mean he would be priceless. And you guys, I hope y'all are, you getting them to vend at these events that you're doing. Energy for a social gathering, kind of a club night, is priceless. One of the things I learned back in the day when I started with the Amway product for excess, that we wanted to push it into the clubs because people were chasing with Red Bull. And I'm like, Red Bull, we just found out Red Bull have amphetamines in it. And that's a fact. That's not like it's a lie. Say that
They
again.
have the option to where you can actually be a distributor. So the reason that at the events why he's not distributing, because the event itself is a distributor. So we get cases and make Booty Juice available at the event.
I love it. That's even better. That's what I'm talking about. We always talking about how you gotta figure out how to stop doing everything yourself. You have to learn how to build allies and partnerships with places that create finances for all. It's okay to hire people, but it's another thing to partner with folks. And one of the biggest things about building the P2G network was that, to learn how to not have to be the source of everything, and to be able to build anything because we did it together. And when it comes to distributing finances in our community, you dang right. So are you able to get him back up? Because I think it may be networking. That tends to happen that way. We get some short networking issues. But I'm trying to
Um,
tell you. So I'll just share a little bit about the event that we did together, and that this product really made a difference. So I get in and I see this. I get in and I'm exhausted, like I said. And Dee, she's experienced this particular product probably afterwards. I just happened to walk in the door. Like I said, I walked in, and the next thing I know, I'm exhausted, needing to get me some 5 hour to get myself to push the next few hours of this event. We're just getting started. And I'm like, how are we going to do this? We're handling the food table. We were kind of the crafts people for the day. And we just got through making all the sandwiches and the food and, the salads and all of that for everyone who has different palates. Now, what I want to tell y'all is This juice right here is a great accompaniment to if for those who are trying to. And I remember, you remember they used to chase it with alcohol. Can you imagine having not having to chase this with alcohol, but the kava event, the kava drinks, the flavors, and I can only imagine. I don't know if D is still on, but I was going to ask her: have you ever connected it with the kava and kratom products that you guys use in your events? You with us, D, or you on the phone? She's probably on the phone. So I'm gonna ask her when we come back.
You said,
One,
have I ever cooked with this? Have I
have
what?
you ever have you ever utilized any of his drinks to mix with your kava or kratoms?
No,
And
not yet.
that would be great for flavor.
Hello.
It's not like you don't do mocktails. Miss Whiskey, we got you, brother. We got you.
Hello.
Definitely a good idea.
Ah, cut mocktail time. And you know I'm ready to test. I'm ready to test. We were just talking about bringing your Bootie Juice flavors into the mocktails at the park. Man, it's gonna be
Okay.
fun.
Yeah,
I'm
my
digging.
phone
What's
my
up?
phone was overheating and it cut off.
And the son, my husband just did the same thing today, bro. It did the
Huh?
same thing. It's all right. My husband just did the same thing. He had to take it down because it was talking to him. He was like, "Nah, cut it off."
Yeah, nah, mine literally shut down. It said overheating, shut down.
Oh, shut down. Yep. But I'm glad that you back on. What's because I want to share like direction. You know, D just explained to me that the event is a vendor already. Y'all are they distributors for you. I'm just want to commend you on the process.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Next
Thank you.
level. Everybody try, I was like, oh, I hope he's gonna be a vendor. She was like, we are the vendor. His products are sold there. We are a distributor. I was like, yo, next level. That's that thinking. If you're gonna have them in stores, why you gonna open up? If you got an event, have it sold at the event. Let the event be the distributor.
For sure.
I'm really excited. Man, I'm really excited for you. I see great things for this. I really do.
Thank you.
It's natural. It makes you feel good, and then they got some little extras.
Yeah,
Let you know. We need to have relationship meetings and have some booty juice there.
for
Speaking of
sure.
which, you just made me think of somebody.
Well, who?
I got a connection for you. One
Okay.
of our guests that's gonna be in probably next month. I'm gonna to connect you with her because she runs she's actually an officially trained sexuality coach,
Okay.
and she does sell products, anything that will support the literally building natural ways to build romance. And energy is a definite thing for her. I will connect you with her. You guys will have so much fun. And she is the kind to do vending and stuff like that. Can't
Cool.
wait. We're looking to have her on next month as a guest.
Okay.
'Cause we're gonna be talking about the sensuality and sexuality stuff. But if products, if your ingredients are enhancing that process, more of our families and more of our couples need to know that you don't have to give up nothing to have energy, and probably need to use it because we tired as heck working before we see each other. I'll
For
tell you,
sure.
many a date nights have ended with two heads clapped together.
Well, see, that's the thing. So here's the deal. It's not only just just for like a date night out, but think about it like, okay, think about your regular 9 to 5
Mm,
workers
mm,
that go to work. You go to work, you sit down at a desk, you have a
coffee.
task, you're drinking coffee or you're just, you're doing your daily work, right? And around lunchtime, okay, you're hungry, you need to eat, so you eat, and then what happens immediately after you eat? You get tired, you get that itis because you're already tired from work, and then you eat, so it's like, oh man. So it's like
Grab a booty.
you take a booty juice and drink it right after lunch, a nice cold one after lunch, then that's going to give you the second half of what you need to finish out the day. Because ultimately, we all get that itis once we get done eating, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially at work and we're sitting down all day and we're not going to be really moving around. So, like our target audience, where we're trying to focus on now, and it's a part of business, we're still learning, but our target audience is, we're trying to target not only people, just the nightlife people, like, people that are going to the club and all that, but also You have people that are working 9 to 5, construction workers. You have, you know, nurses. You have people sit down
I
at a
was about to
desk.
say medical staff, especially the medical
Exactly.
staff.
So, you know, the thing is that that's our audience. You know, we're trying to attract here as far as that, because, you know, that's important, because, you know, think about it. You got nurses, you know, especially that's working them 312s or them 412s, working them 412s, right? So it's like, you know, they're constantly, you know, or they're on call. You know, it don't matter, like they might be on will call where it's like they're getting called at 2, 3 in the morning, and they go
Yep.
work 12 hours, and they go home for 2 hours, and they got to come right back to work because they're on call. Like, especially like them surgeons that be
Take
on
it
call
even
for
deeper.
surgery, you
And
know?
you take it
So
deeper. I have a husband who works in the jail system, and we definitely need it for those guys on mandatory doubles.
yeah, yeah.
They're on mandatory doubles and definitely could use something medicinal and helpful like this.
So that would be something then we need to try to, you know, make happen, because again, you know, what our target focus is going into the next year is that, you know, well, right now, you know, we're getting ready to launch our apparel. You know, we got merch, you know, like, you know, this is one of our shirts here, but we got other shirts too that we're going to start launching
Where's
here.
mine?
But
Why ain't get one? Why ain't get one?
because it hasn't launched
Look at
yet.
my colors. Look at my colors. I'm supposed. I got you. I got you.
I got you.
I'm better. So just so you know, I am always, every time we have a guest with apparel or something, I always let them know you missing the billboard. What happened?
No, I got
Billboard.
you. What's just, you gotta just tell me your size.
We had us for the April event bringing in our fashion show, so this is gonna be the independent brands this year.
Yes, it's gonna be the independent brands. We're gonna be brand. It's gonna be a branded fashion show. I'm digging this. Yes,
Let's do it.
By the way, I'm an extra large because I like to be, bigger on top. I don't play that.
Hey, that's good. Hey, this is an XL right here, so that's good. Yeah.
All right, bro. Look, straight up. I ain't kidding. Look, the way we do it is I believe in brand recognition. So when I go to events, one of our brothers that sent me a complimentary hoodie. This brother sent me a big old white hoodie with his bulldog on the front. And guess what? Guess where it made it? It made it to The View. I wore it to The View. Big white bulldog hoodie. I wore it to The View, took my coat off, and I was big time in the View audience with that. And I showed him the picture of it online. I let him know I truly believe in the marketing. And D, I know I have to order some stuff from the store because I want the sneakers, I want the t-shirts, I need hats. I ain't joking. I want to be branded from top to bottom with all y'all. And they're gonna be like, what's that? Who that? I never like dressing like everybody else. I want people to be like, what's that? Who that? Yo, this is my partner right here. This is my partner. We got my business partner right here. These are my
For
people.
sure.
This is the guy that, and by the way, yes, I want your product on the site because
we're like I said, we're working on that right now. Trying to get everything uploaded to the website so people can go in there and start, you know.
If you need support,
we're working on it.
We're definitely here to support you. I run a tech company, and I definitely have resources that I'd be more than happy to share because you're not out there. You're in here. You finally made it in the door where your tribe is. That's why you met Daz. It's called the Winners Tribe. Remember when you met Dazzle? She ain't joking. The Winners Tribe just got that much bigger.
For sure. For sure.
We just doing it up. I'm having so much fun with y'all. Just meeting the folks that Daz knows. I'm so proud of the work that you're doing. My question is okay, gotta ask a question. You said something similar to this. I thought I would said I won't go on this one. Black sheep. You the black sheep of your family, ain't you?
You know it.
It never fails.
You know it.
There's your tribe.
But here's the deal. This is how I look at it.
Around here.
Hey, since we talking about it, so like this is how I look at it when you talk about the black sheep, right? This is my philosophy on it. Like when everybody say like I'm the black sheep of the family, or let's just say not us, but let's just say somebody from the out looking in, like, yeah, he's the black sheep. Well, for me personally, obviously you want to be the black sheep because nobody talks about the white sheep because they're all the same. They're all the same. So obviously, you know, the black sheep, because think about it, you got a black sheep that walks by a lot of white sheep, they're gonna be looking like, dang. First of all, they're gonna know themselves that they're not a black sheep, they're a white sheep. So they're gonna be like, man, that color, man, like I've never seen nothing like that. And then you're gonna get the ones that's gonna be like, oh yeah, he looked like he just rolled over in some dirt. But then you got the ones that's like, man, that is a pretty color. Like, man, if I had skin color like that, and then let's just think about in other terms, like, okay, like a cartoon term, whatever, like, you know, they make cotton out of sheep or whatever. You make cotton, everything, right? So think about it as a sheep, right? Yeah, wool. So think about it. If you was an animal talking and you knowing that you're going to get possibly made out of sheep or wool, whatever, and you see a black sheep going by, you're like, man, I bet you he'll make a nice black coat or whatever. Like, and then you start thinking to yourself, like, man, I wish I can have a skin like that, because I could probably make a black fur coat myself. You know what I'm saying? And stand out. And now you want to stand out because you're seeing this person standing out. Now you want to stand out. So the black sheep is the most talked about. So like when people say that, like I smile that with pride, because nobody talks about the white sheep. Everybody talks about the black sheep because everybody wants to be the black sheep.
And
that's just my philosophy, even if it's right or wrong.
It is whatever your philosophy is, and that is right all the time.
That's just how I think. That's how I think about it.
That's right. It's how you think about it, and that's all that matters. That's right. I mean, how I see it is, I've been the black sheep in my family a long time, and I actually like it. They know me.
Me too. Because you get talked about, you know what I'm saying? That just keeps you going. You get talked about. They always talking about you.
You also find that people come to you when they do new concepts come around, new things they hear about. They ask you if you know about stuff. And I hate to say it, they ask you for money. It's so funny. I'm the one that ain't got no job. But if they need anything, I'm the first one they can go to.
Hey, you like Tommy off of Martin, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow you ain't got no job, but always got some bread though.
Yeah, but don't you always got bread? Now, mind you, I realize that people get to feel some kind of way. I really don't have a heavy need. I'm not big in the area of needing much. I don't. I'm.
So you don't have a honey-do list.
Exactly. It's like I do, but that's for my honey. My honey.
Right. You gonna do what honey says to do.
Yes. And I said, that's my only thing though. My relatives are like, well, she don't never need nothing else. You know, if you need something, I really seldom need anything. I plan well. I don't live above my means. I'm right now learning to focus on my finances. So if you shouldn't hear from me in that area, in actuality, these are not things you should hear from me about if this is my focus. But it's like those who don't participate in that, they're kind of off from it. You kind of always hear from them. They kind of always have a need. And I'm like, and it's okay. But what I realize is sometimes people can be a little jealous that you don't have a need and they do. And you're supposed to be like Tommy from Martin. I was like, how y'all gonna tell me I got no job? I work every day. And it's so fun because they're not, it's not facetious. It's nothing mean. You know what I'm saying? It's just something you grow up into. And I'm like, people ask me, I'm the black sheep of my family, but everybody loves me. Everybody needs me, and I need and love my family very much so. We just have we're just different. And it gives, do you know we are the ones that give the spice to the family sauce? That's you. You the spice. You the spice. You the one that they're gonna be talking about. You remember when they're gonna know every company you open. Oh, you did this, and oh, you did that. I'm always being told. Let me ask you, are you always doing something? You that guy that's always doing something?
Yeah, I always got my hands in something. I'm always trying to figure out something, trying to figure out the next jug, you know what I mean? The next little thing is gonna make some money, you know what I'm saying? Like that's been me my whole life though. Like I've been like that since it was embedded in me.
Are you involved in your community? Do you have any community projects that you're in part of?
I mean, other than outside like church and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like I go to events. Yeah.
Oh no, that's good too. You know, he said other than church.
They recently had a youth summit. And that's
what I'm saying. Like, you know, what I'm trying to do since we're talking about it, what I'm trying to do it,
Don't bury the lead. Let's go, bro. Give it up. Give
No,
it up.
I'm not. I'm saying what I want to do is that I'm trying to get this nonprofit thing going here, because what I want to do is, with the company, I want to start doing, more outreach, not just community, but like outreach, because right now we have a lot of just things going on in the world. Like, you have people that are, homeless, that are hungry. People are just, they're in need of resources. Rather, they just need clothes, or they just need a haircut, or they just need their nails done because they're, what I'm saying, they're down on their luck. And, again, we can't sit here and criticize, why people's homeless, or who's homeless and why they homeless. They're homeless for a reason. Rather, they self-inflicted pain on themselves, or they was in a situation where they just was just homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But for me, it's like, giving is a part of growing, if that makes sense. Because if you want to ever grow in life, what I'm saying, first off, you got to have, a good relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? That's first
Right.
and foremost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because anything you do, anything you want to touch, you want it to be turned into gold, and you can't do that if you don't have a relationship established. And so that's one
Right.
thing that I'm learning. I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I'm not, but that's one thing that I'm starting to learn, because we all go through humbling experiences in life, you know what I'm saying, where you think you're on this mountain plateau, right? And then, you know, things, happens like storms and everything, and you have to take a couple steps back and reflect and just appreciate what you do have and what you don't have. Because the thing is when you start looking at things materialistically, um you get caught up on everything that's going on in this world. And so that's one thing I'm glad what you said, is that one thing that you mentioned is that you're pretty much frugal, to say the least. You're frugal. Like, so you, with your finances, what you're doing, you're frugal. You're not like everybody else, where you got to have the designer glasses, or the designer shoes, or the designer all this to keep up. Or you get an iPhone every 2 months, because they're coming out with an iPhone every 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, it's like trying to do outreach where people that are homeless, or it ain't got to be homeless, but just people in need, like, just being a help meet to people. Because it's like we all need help. Rather, it's like we need a haircut, or we need some piece of clothing, or we need some kind of piece of food, or we need a place to stay, or whatever. I want to
Right.
be able to, like, be able to do outreach like that, so that way, we can make a difference. Because again, you got people that do it for show, but I'm really doing it because I see people, like, I know people
Big
personally
thing.
that I
That's
grew up
right.
with, that that they was on the up and the up, and then here we are 40 years old plus, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, you was that guy that was getting straight A's in school. You was that person that was like playing sports and football, and I'm looking at you now, you asking me
Right.
for some change because you're trying to go get some drugs. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, it's like, and it's like, I don't blame them or knock them for doing that, because something had to happen in between time,
Yep.
that me not seeing them. But my
Exactly.
goal is to, to reach out to them and be able to figure out, like, what can we do to get you back on track? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, doing community outreach and things like that, it makes a difference. You can't save the world, but when we're talking about just giving back, that God looks at that. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's where we want to be in life. We want to be the best version of ourselves.
So I see something in what you say. I love that you have a product. I love that it's being distributed. What if Booty Juice had a purpose behind it? I definitely want us to talk further. I want to make sure we connect, because that Daz will tell you I'm the idea woman. You tell me something, and I make connections,
Well, it's
and
definitely it's
I
definitely
just
something
like
behind
that.
it. It's definitely something behind it, because
I believe you. Oh no,
yeah,
I believe you. What I'm saying is something that would, so when people drink Booty Juice, and I love this because major companies do this with their brands. They include donations for causes. So as part of your marketing, when you buy Booty Juice, you can make a donation to the community for specifically. So I have like a little
yeah. So
site.
what one thing I was thinking of is autism.
Talk
People with
to me.
autism. Like, yeah, it's already in my brain. You know what I'm saying? It's just I need help. I need the proper people in place that that's more
Mm-hmm,
smarter than
mm-hmm.
me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I know everything, but, like, things like this
I
though, I
think
would
we
I
all
would need
do,
some help on.
brother. I recognize that search. do. You want to be in that group of folks that's a level up so you can keep leveling up. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And
Yeah.
so Autumn, and I look forward to that. I want to connect with you because I'm really all about right now. We're in the process of fundraising and finding grants and building that. Now we also have some resources. We have grants people, we have folks that do that do, and you got to pay them. I'll let you know right now, ain't nothing free. But
But no,
Miss Ruby,
you
I
also
already know.
nonprofit.
the Colorado program as well, so he
Come on now.
qualifies for the ones.
So you may just need some support. And with what we do, we have support that can help guide you to getting what you have available in your resources. Now, the Colorado program, perfect, perfect. We're all here helping one another build. I ain't
Yeah.
kidding. And not from the surface. Too many of these programs get all this funding to build on the surface and ain't did nothing. They ain't make a dent. Nobody's life is changed long term. Or you get 1 out of 100 who actually is gone through the whole process of the program's intention. How about we start getting 100 out of 100? How about we
Period.
make that our goal?
Yeah.
You know, too many people willing to get lots of funding for the possibility of maybe getting 20%, and they actually write that into their proposals.
Well, see, for me, so it's good you say that, because if I can get some grant, if I can get some grant funding, and maybe this is something offline we can talk about. We want to we got things in our vault that we want to come out with. It's just we just need the support. I mean, we got things in our vault that we want to.
Got to structure it up. That's right. So that means we got an appointment, brother.
Yeah.
Did you
Like
know
I
what we
said,
do?
like it's deeper than what we talking about. It's just,
Yeah,
again, trying to put the proper pieces and get the right resources and the people that
right.
actually want to help you, and not just trying to steal your joy and then try to run off on you, like run off on the plug. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that's just the main thing too. Is just people that are organically that just wants to build something, man. Because I mean, we all in it
I
together.
let folks know,
Hmm?
don't be afraid to let someone make money. And people do. I tell folks, don't be afraid to let somebody else make money with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
People keep talking about that. You using me. You dang right we get paid. We don't use each other. We can't get paid. How you gonna get anything? We need each other. We need to take steps. And you got to do your part. I do my part, and we bring it together. And guess what? We can do. Right, Daz? We can
Exactly.
move mountains. That's right. So I can't, brother. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am elated. So beautifully elated. I'm excited.
For sure.
So much to come. I love that you what you're doing and your intentions. Dee, do you have any questions? Come on, bring them in.
Yeah. So we talked about the booty juice. We talked about the parable, but I want to talk about the fitness aspect. Can you share a little bit what you're doing and on that
You said
aspect?
fitness or business?
Fitness,
Fitness.
as far as the workout and the training.
As far as what I'm doing personally, like as far as
Mm-hmm.
like you're trying to get into my world, as far as what I'm doing right now with my body and my fitness, health, all that.
And as far as helping others that want to get in the gym, be accountable.
I know what you're getting at. Hey, I know what you said. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Get her, go get her. That's right.
All right, so with me, okay, so that's another journey too. So like with me on this whole fitness tip here, my journey actually started back in 2007. 2007. And to kind of give you insight about that, I've been big my whole life, as far as just, big, eating unhealthy, and just, bad eating habits, up until 2007. And so up until then, like I said, I was obese. I was on the verge of pre-diabetic. And so it was a lot going on for me. And so I just came to the conclusion one day. I was sitting outside with my homies. We were sitting there just chilling outside, and it just came across me. Like, I can't even tell you what came across me. It was just one of those what do you call those, epiphanies or whatever you call it, like one of those things like it just came in me. I just stopped. I said, hey y'all. And I told my homies this. I said, hey y'all, guess what? And it was just random. They was like, what? I said I said, I'm about to get swole on y'all. I'm gonna get swole on y'all. And like everybody just busted out laughing, like, you're not about to get swole. Like, and it was one of them moments, like it didn't hurt my feelings. It was just one of them moments because, like I said, we was enhanced at the time. So it was just like, it was just one of them moments. So, we laughed about it. And I said, all right, watch this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't believe me. Like, man, you ain't gonna get swole, bro. You ain't gonna lose no weight. Yeah. So I took that as motivation. And I came up with a plan. And at first I didn't know what I was doing. Ultimately, I didn't know what I was doing. I just started going to the gym and was working out or whatnot. Like, I knew how to work out because, I played sports in high school and we had to work out, but I really didn't know the concept of working out and dieting and eating and everything. Right. So like my first 2 weeks in the gym, I was in there. There was a dude here, and if this podcast ever gets blown up nationally, he'll know I'm talking about him. His name is Coach Lyle, man. Lyle Nurse, man. I owe him a lot of just a lot of respect and just gratitude. Him and my dude, you know what I'm saying, my boy Latour, you know what I'm saying? We call him Ace, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the two people that really had an influence on my health and fitness, because the older gentleman, he's a actual boxing coach. He's a boxing coach. So, I'm in the gym and he comes at me like, hey, I see you've been in here working out these last couple weeks. What are you trying to accomplish in life? What are you trying to accomplish? What you're trying to do? So I just told him, I said, man, I'm just trying to lose weight, man, feel good and put some muscle on me or whatever. And he was like, well, how much do you weigh right now? I said, I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much I weigh. So he was like, come over here. Let's come get on the scale. So at the time, I got on the scale, and at the time I was 296 at the time. I was 296. And as big as I got all the way up to 315. That's the biggest I've gotten, was 315. And so, and matter of fact, while we're on the subject here, let me see if I can show you something here. It's kind of offline, but it's online though. So, all right, do you see, let me see if I can reverse my camera. I don't know if I can here. Hold on. All right. Anyway, so do you see these pants? Do you see these pants?
Yes, well, yes and no. We can see they're orange.
Okay.
Oh, lay it on your bed if you don't mind. Yeah, lay them out on the bed.
Yep. Give me a second.
Not a problem. I'll pull you out for a second. So while he's getting set up for this, I have to totally just respect this. I mean, takes me back to my experience of my weight loss journey to health. And I totally can respect that day, that moment you make that decision that come hell or high water, you're going to be what you say you are.
You see it?
Are you ready? Hold on a second. He's ready. Give me a second. I'm going to bring it to the main. Go ahead. Let me see it again. Pull that back. Pull it back some. Whoa. Pull it back a little more. Okay, those are big. Whoa, wait. Just your hand gave us a kind of an idea.
So look from right here. So from right here to about right here, that's a size 48-inch waist.
Wow.
And I kept these pants. I've kept these pants since 2007 for motivation.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
You're 6 feet. Still 300 pounds at 6 feet is still very large.
So yeah. So again, so with that journey, like I said, I was a size 48-inch waist, you know what I'm saying? That pants I just showed you. So that was like, for me, when I started the fitness journey, that was the reason that, I wanted to just, I wanted to live better. I wanted to be healthier. And then also, I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. It was a situation where, I'm chilling with my homies or whatever, and we outside, and it's, 40, 50 degrees outside, right? And we're just outside talking. First of all, everybody got like a sweater on or whatever, and I don't. I got on a regular shirt or whatever, so that stands out. Secondly, I'm sitting there having a conversation like I am right now, and I'm just sweating for no reason. I'm just sweating. It's 40 degrees outside, and I'm sweating.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
I identify. Yes, you dang real.
So it's like, for me, and then I'm sitting there. So I'm sitting there talking to my friends, like, hey man, y'all ain't hot. And they looking at me like, nah, brother, we ain't hot, bro. It's cold out here. You the only one hot because you too big, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't say that, but that's the look they give me, like, nah, bro. Right? So that was for me. So like when I came with that epitome, it was like, hey y'all, I'm about to get swole on y'all. Like all this was in my brain where it's like, sweating all the time, breathing heavy, just looking at my clothes, can't, you know what I'm saying? Like looking at certain clothes that I want to buy and wear and can't wear them because they don't make them in my size. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't dress a certain kind of way, like little things like that. So, the guy Lyle, like I mentioned to you, the guy Lyle, he he was watching me, and then he said, well, what are you trying to do? And I just told him, like, I'm trying to live better, live healthier, and lose some weight. And he said, well, how much weight you trying to lose? And so he brought me over to the scale. Like I said, I was 296. So I said, well, shoot, man, if I can get down to about 210, you know what I'm saying, 210, I'll be good, right? So then he was like, well, I want to work with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to work with you and train you. And I said, look, man, I ain't got no money to be giving you for no personal training, bro. Like, I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. He was like, I didn't even ask you for no money. He said, I'm doing this because, I see something in you and, I want to help you get to your goal. So long story short, we talked for about a good 10, 15 minutes after that. And then we exchanged numbers. And this was on a Friday. He was like, look, we're going to start Monday. He said, this is what I want you to do. He said, this weekend, I want you to get everything you want to get out. Like, eat as much as you want, pizza, whatever you do. If you drink, whatever you do, like, get it all out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because Monday, we about to get to work. And definitely. And so then he told me to go get one product from the store. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never heard of it then until, then. But now I'm a firm believer of it. He said, go to the store and buy some Metamucil. And I said, what is Metamucil? What is that?
Yeah.
I said, what is that? He said, you're going to thank me later. He said, just buy it. He said, and then we'll just start drinking it. And then when we start working out, I'll tell you. So I'm like, whatever, I'm a dummy for it. I did it. You know what I mean? Because at this point, I'm like, well, I'm trying to get results. So I'm like, all right, the dummy's telling the dummy to go get something. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it at the time. So I go do it. And he said, you need to drink this 3 times a day, but you need to at least drink, a lot of water. Because if not, you're going to pay for it. So I said, all right. So that weekend, so I went and got it. And like immediately I started, drinking it. And so, Metamucil, as you know, it's fiber. And I didn't know. And he set me up and he was laughing because he know what it does. I didn't know nothing about it. So that Monday when I came and I flushed it out, I was drinking it. I said, hey, man, like, are you supposed to be like going, using the bathroom excessively? Because, and he started smiling at me. He said, yes. He said, you have to detox your body. You have to flush out all the toxins in your body. So, and then now he started giving me philosophies. He's like, it's kind of like the old saying, what you put in something is what you're going to get out. So right now you have bad toxins in your body. So we're going to put this in you to flush all them bad toxins out your body. So that way your body can start working for you later. So he was laughing. He was like, I ain't trying to, ask for TMI, but I just want to know, because I told you to drink it 3 times a day. Like, how many times did you? And I looked at him and he said, the look you gave me, I'm saying, it was more than 3, huh? And I said, yeah, man. So then after that, he was like, yeah, bro, you had a lot of bad toxins in your body. You know what I mean? So you have to really flush it out. So like after about a week of doing that, right, of doing it, it started getting better. It started like lightening it up or whatever. So like now I know my body's starting to work, and then I'm starting to feel better. My body's lighter. And then also he put me on a diet. He was like, hey, this is what you need to start eating. So, and it wasn't nothing out the ordinary. It was just like, first start by cutting down on what you're eating. So like, for instance, for me, okay, I'm a person that when I used to order pizza, I would order a large pizza, right? I can eat the whole box of large pizza in one sitting, like nothing, like crust and everything, right? So the analogy he gave me is like, okay, there's 8 pieces of pizza in 8 slices in a piece of pizza. He said, instead of eating it all 8 slices, he said, only eat 4 and then put the rest up for later on. You know what I'm saying? Later on tonight. Right. So I said, okay. And he said, but make sure you drink you some Metamucil though. You know what I'm saying? He keeps, that was his main thing, was no matter what you do, drink the Metamucil, drink the Metamucil, drink the Metamucil. So like I was drinking it 3 times a day, right? So like I
Mm.
I started cutting down on everything I was doing. Like I said, I quit eating breads. I quit eating a lot of sugar. You know, I was
Right.
eating a lot of oatmeal and rice cakes and salad and like, you know, baked
That's
food. I wasn't frying
yeah,
or anything. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So that started that, and then so within my first 3 months of training and just changing my whole lifestyle, because I literally went cold turkey. It was like I wanted it so bad that I wanted to
Mm.
get where I wanted to get so bad that I literally went cold turkey from just eating all the bad stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It,
Like I went cold
can
turkey
you
doing that.
imagine with you're eating bad stuff with Metamucil? I can only
Yeah,
imagine your body going, oh no, to that
yeah,
bad stuff. Because
yeah.
Metamucil in itself is gonna go to work on that. It's
And
gonna
if you're
give
not
you a
careful,
heart
like you said,
attack.
eating all that bad stuff, if you're not careful, you're gonna get heartburn too from eating all that bad stuff, toxins and
Exactly.
stuff.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, you're gonna get
Oh,
heartburn. Trust me,
this is
I know first experience.
and so, and it's so interesting that you mentioned that because right now I'm in a space of listening and learning about the detox. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Learning how to detox, learning how to live in a kind of a detox way and
Well,
actually
that's
to do
important.
yeah,
Look, since you
yeah,
mention it, look, as am I. I'm getting ready to do a fast, trying to clean
yes,
my system out.
Well, no, so this is what you can do. Okay, so this is okay. So since we're talking about like fasting and like, you know, what do you call that? Dieting. What do you call that? Intermittent fasting or whatever.
I am actually intermittent fasting now. I'm on a 12
Okay,
hour. Yeah,
so like I have different views, opinions, or whatever, and it's not nothing bad or whatever. But how I look at it is like you got to put your body through trial and error, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to know unless you do it, right? So it's kind of like
yep,
being a guinea pig or being a crash dummy for yourself, right? So it's
exactly.
like,
Exactly.
you know, some people say intermittent fasting, it works for them
Mhm.
because they can eat, you know, 6 hours on, 6 hours off, or then you got the 18-hour window where they're not eating, but then they can eat for
Right.
6 hours or whatever. You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
then you got some people that just like, hey, okay, I'm just gonna just do a whole for instance, I'm just
Mhm.
going to do like a broth diet, you know what I mean, where I'm just eating all broth, you know what I'm saying, a soup, you know what I mean, one week, the next week it's a salad diet. So
Oh,
it's really like you just got to try different things and how your body reacts to it, because if you'll know your body will reject it, like, no, we don't want to do this.
oh,
And
will.
your body will just tell you, like, you know what I mean, it's kind of like your body will tell you, and then your brain is telling yourself too. It's like, you know, that food, like, you know, it's like when you're full, right, when you're full from
Right.
eating, and it's
Right.
like, but it tastes so good, and it's like, it tastes so good, you don't care
Yeah,
that your stomach.
so
So it's like
true. No.
when you get ready to put that food in your mouth, and you know you ain't supposed to, because it's going to make your stomach hurt because you're already full, but it tastes so good, your body's going to
Mm-hmm.
reject it, because now it's like, oh man, I'm about to be having to use the bathroom, my stomach. So like it's the
Yeah.
same thing when you're doing in these diets. Like your body will tell you, because if it reacts good to it, then guess what? Like you have normal functionalities with your body. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Right.
like it should. Now the first couple of days, obviously, you know, you're gonna have that shock. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, right? You know, your body's in shock and it has to adjust. But then once it adjusts, you know, then you can see your body moving fluently. But then if your body's going to reject it, every time you do it, even if it's for a week or two, you're going to be feeling sick or bloated or feel like you're about to pass out or whatever the
Right.
case may be, because you know
Because you're not
it's telling your
eating enough.
body to stop
Right.
doing what you're doing, to do something different.
Oh,
So when it comes to like different diets, what I just tell people is start with the basics. Like, okay, you know, don't quit cold turkey eating just bad foods. Like, okay, now what
right.
I'm about to say, it sounds hypocritical, but like again, you have to attack things a different way, because again, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing trying to get different results, right?
Yep.
So like
Mhm.
this is what I tell people. So like you take the instance when you got a job, okay, you got a 9 to 5 job, people go to work or whatever, right?
Right.
When you go to work, okay, let's say you pack your lunch and you're trying to do your whole ordeal, you know, being healthy and being disciplined. Monday through Friday, you work, right? It's easy to
Yeah.
take your lunch. It's easy to go to work and take your lunch, because when you get off work, you're going straight home. You probably
Mhm.
cooking dinner or whatever, or you got your meal preps or whatever, right? That's Monday through Friday, right? Saturday and Sunday, you got the weekend off. There's no
Right.
work. Hey, guess what? I'm about to go to the mall today. We about to go buy that whatever piece of shoes that we got or whatever. You go to the mall, there's food courts there. Food is smelling
Yep.
good. Things is looking good. That's when the real battle starts. It's easy to go Monday through Friday to diet when you're going to work and you got things that's occupying you, right? It's easy to
Right.
diet when you're locked in. But for me, the real goal starts on Friday night when you leave that job, because you have to maintain for those 2 days, you have to maintain, you know what I'm saying, like your eating habits, because let's say you go 5 days eating clean, all it takes is 1 or 2 days to knock off that 5-day cycle that you was eating clean.
Oh, that's not good.
All it takes is that 1 day or two to knock your whole cycle off. Let's say you worked the whole week, the 5 days, you worked that whole week eating good, you didn't cheat, you stuck to your diet, right? And let's say you lost 10 pounds, right? And then the weekend comes, and let's just say, okay, because this is everybody's favorite term when they're dieting. This is my cheat day, right? This is my cheat day, right? That's what everybody says, right? But not really understanding the concept of a cheat day. You can't have a cheat day. You can't have a cheat day, you know what I'm saying, when your body hasn't even processed not cheating. You know what I'm saying? How can you have a cheat day? So this is what I tell people. If you're going to have a cheat day, you have to hold yourself down accountable for 6 months of hardcore dieting, hardcore doing what you're doing for 6 months to reward yourself with one cheat day. 6 months of holding yourself down to get one cheat day.
Wow.
Is it worth it? It don't sound like it, but guess what? It's worth it, because I'm gonna tell you from my personal experience, when I was like I said, 315 pounds, my first 3 months of working out, I lost 60 pounds. I was losing 20 pounds a month. Okay. And I was doing things that people, like, I know people would not do, because they would look at me like I was crazy. Like, for instance, okay, before I knew anything about sauna suits, they got sauna suits and sauna jackets and sauna pants. Before I knew anything about that, okay, I made my own sauna suits, like trash bags, black trash bags. I used to wear black trash bags, okay? I used to sleep in them. I used to do it all because I wanted to sweat and burn, and I wanted to lose weight that bad. So, like, it was a sacrifice for me. I was washing my sheets every single night because, again, I was sweating in it because I was wearing trash bags. I was wearing covers, and I was literally just, and conveniently, because it was wintertime at the time, it made it fitting because it was cold outside. So yeah, to keep yourself warm, but I was going the extra mile. I'm putting the trash bags on. I'm putting extra layers of covers on me to sweat. So I was losing 20 pounds a month for the first 3 months. Now that sounds sweet, right? Now, month 4, that's when I became stagnant. Like, my weight started like not going where it needs to go. That's because I didn't switch up. I didn't start doing things different to my body, meaning that, okay, it's time to start eating differently more because my body's used to it. Let's go ahead and dial down some more. Let's stop eating this. Let's add this to the diet. Let's stop eating, you know what I mean? So it's a constant trial and error, and you won't know until you eat it, because, again, I didn't know I was lactose intolerant until I started, eating too much ice cream or drinking too much milk, and it started letting me know, like, oh man, it doesn't agree with me. Like, I don't even eat cereal no more. Like, only time I'll eat a bowl of cereal or eat a thing of ice cream if it's like, I tell myself, I know I'm going to pay for it, but I don't care because I just got to have it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I'm saying is, when you're talking about your fitness, when you're locked in, when you're trying to like lose weight, or you're trying to gain weight, or you're trying to tone up, it has to be, it has to start with a mindset, because people just think to just go work out and diet and all that. You have to have a mindset. You have to sit down and tell yourself, like, I'm going to get this done. And so, again, people that intermittent fasting, I think it's great to do intermittent fasting, but also try whatever you think might work for you, because it might not work for you, but work for somebody else, and vice versa. So
I'm going to ask a question, because I know, brother, you done run the roofs. I love it. We done went over our time. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
This is one of my favorite conversations about health and fitness, and the struggle to come from, to, like I said, to escape what I used to call the fat suit.
Yeah.
And I mean, I felt like, literally, I told people, I felt like I was stuck in a fat suit where the zipper broke. Like, I wasn't in my own body, and I was desperately trying to get out of it. That was my mind shift. When I started being able to put a feeling to it, and an ideal that I was getting out, like getting out
Yeah.
of jail. So
Yeah.
the idea is that I want us to continue the conversation, but look at you. You are in, you don't even know, but you are literally in, you are a nutritionist, nutritional as well as fitness entrepreneur.
Well, I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank
And
you.
I mean, I can't wait because I want to do this. I want to do a part two. What do you think, D? We got to do a part two. Wanda's going to love them. First of all, Wanda's going to love you because she's
Yeah,
Well,
going,
we can maybe we can. Well, hey, listen to this. Maybe we can start something for just specifically fitness, and then maybe we can just get a group together and just start talking about it
yes,
and just
the idea. And then we'll create a move, we'll create a project together for health, for wellness. You can do
yeah,
that. Because
I'm all
and
for it.
sometimes I want to talk with you. So let's complete. Guys, we gotta go. It's getting late. I love it. We done held I held you hostage long enough. Get out
Hey,
there for
listen, I
me.
didn't caught my second win. Now, as soon as I catch my second win, we gotta go.
So I want to say thank you to everybody who has joined us. Mr. Ward, baby,
Yes,
I love it. We
for
love you,
sure.
brother. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for giving us your time. Oh my goodness. We thank you all, the audience, those who have listened and joined in. If you have you have a story you want to share about your fitness journey, jump in, put it in the comments, and then connect into P2G Networks because we're going to create a project so we can continue to build on this. Because you and I and D and the next build that stability of our fitness journey
Let's do
together.
it.
That's how
I'm
we
all
keep it.
for it. And I'm gonna tell you a little secret, and I'm not being sexist or nothing like that, but I want to specifically work with the women because women, they it's just something about women like they. And I'm not being sexist again, but they want it more than the men. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that because I've dealt with male. I'm a male myself, and we have what you call that egoistic. We're egoistic people, and you can't tell another man what to do or whatever. So it's like one of those things is
Been
like,
there.
I would share my talents with women because women really want to get after it, and they're going to listen because they really care about their body. Not saying men don't, but women care about their body. So
They do. Mr. Isaiah, I'm gonna have somebody call you because I would love for you to meet my husband who is on his
okay,
journey currently. And I think he really needs a male voice to be a part of. So I
I
hope
I
that
would
you,
love it
support that. And I know he's got this whole thing, so I kind of try not to get in his head because I'm a woman, I do it how I do it. And I think
no
what
for
has
sure.
to happen is he needs support in gentlemen like yourself. Look, guys, we gotta get going. D, would you like to give your love for the night? Y'all know I love you, and I'll see you soon again on every Friday
yeah.
at 7 p.m. Go ahead, girl.
Thank you for coming and dropping them gems because health is wealth and there's no points to getting to the bag if we can't enjoy it because we too, broke down to enjoy it.
For sure.
Blessings be fortune and may the profits forever be in your favor.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for having me on today. And sorry about the disconnection earlier. I'm glad I was able to get back on.
Perfectly timed.